Speed, clean and reorganize my office with me. In this video, we are pulling everything out, rearranging furniture, cleaning underneath things and making everything feel fresh and lovely. Because I work from home, I like to give my office a little clean over each weekend so it feels fresh for the week ahead. But this weekend, we're going deeper. We're having a full-on ADHD swap everything around, because is it just me or does everything feel great when it feels fresh and reorganized? So at the moment, everything is pointing towards the window, which according to Feng Shui, not sure I'm saying that right, means all your creativity goes out the window, and you should be able to see the door from when you're working. And I can't at the moment. People keep coming in and making me jump out of my skin. So now is the time to move everything around and clean and sort. I've got my Go shoes on, which are my indoor trainers that I use on my walking pad. They make me feel like I'm going faster and doing stuff. I'm putting my AirPods in. I've got something to keep me company, either something to listen to like a podcast or motivational music or an audiobook. I just stick at things longer, things like cleaning and tidying. So we're going to start by emptying as much as possible. Not absolutely everything's going to be emptied out. I'm not going to take the actual desk out. It's too blinking big, but I'm going to empty as much as I possibly can. I don't really fancy attempting to move my desk with things like my computer on it in case it goes flat on the floor, and then I will be very sad indeed. So we're just going to stick all that stuff in the lounge. Now, honestly, this has turned what would be a 5-minute job that I do every weekend, where I literally just wipe the surfaces. So I wipe the windowsill, I wipe over the desk, just so things aren't dusty and I feel I can start fresh Monday morning. This has turned it into something of a bigger project. Now, what I should be doing is full-on decluttering, emptying that big unit behind me. But that wasn't giving me enough of a dopamine hit kind of feel for today. I wanted to rearrange things, and the theory is if I rearrange everything and everything feels like it's had a really good clean, maybe I'm going to want to do the decluttering next to make the room even nicer. Because I do find sometimes starting decluttering projects can feel really overwhelming. But when I make a little start on things, like this felt manageable, I end up falling in love with the space in a room again. And I want to continue to do things like the decluttering. Now, honestly, today, the decluttering was going to be a full day job, and I'm really hoping that this does not become a full day job. It's just not, hopefully not what we're needing. Oh, look, our router is flashing a funny colour. It looks like the internet's gone off. I hope that wasn't me. Whoops. Anyway, we've moved quite a lot of stuff out from under there. Our router's still going mad. Let's vacuum, which I vacuum in here on my little weekend reset things as well, but obviously normally there's stuff, it's harder to vacuum. So when you've moved everything, you feel it can have a deeper clean, really actually get in the corners and the crevices and things and just get all the fluff and the muck out of the corners. Oh look, I've full on smashed the router on the floor now. I think that little corner does need sorting. That's not going to be a job for today. We're actually having our broadband changed over pretty soon, so I guess that's going to be a job for then. So I'm assuming that's going to be a new router. That one that we've got there is not looking in very good shape, is it? That keeps being dropped on the floor and also flashing funny colours. But never mind. Hopefully when I plug it all back in, everything will work. Now, I've got my husband in the other room going, hang on a sec, Ree, I'll come and give you a hand with that. And I'm so flipping impatient that I'm like, it's all right, I've got it. I'll do it now myself. And there's not a great deal of room in my office. And because I've moved some of these little cupboards and drawers and things, there's now even less room. So I'm hoping when we've rearranged this desk and things, it's going to feel nice and spacious. But at the moment, all I've really done is back myself into a literal corner that I can only get out of by climbing under the desk, which is what I'm having to do right now to move things. I haven't fully unplugged everything because I'm so impatient. But let's just keep going, because I feel that once it's done, it's going to feel nice. I've measured it all. It should all fit. Will we be able to get in easily, or it's going to feel like a bottleneck? I don't know. But I just think worst case scenario, I've moved it all around. The place has had a good old clean, and worst case scenario, I've got to move it back because it's not ideal. But best case scenario, it feels like a lovely fresh space to work in, and my enthusiasm for working is then increased, which is always important. So that's the desk in the new position. I think I like it so far. Obviously, it's a bit squished because all the other furniture needs moving. There's not a massive gap to get in, but I think it can be budged over a little bit. And I do need to move those poles and things. So all those poles are my light tripod things, and all those need to be moved around, and then I think it'll be better. We do need to still do something about this corner. Does anyone remember the great flood of 2020, I think it was, when my husband and I were sitting in the living room and we heard rain in the house and it was water absolutely flooding through the boiler? Well, this corner has been fixed, but then it's like maybe the water's still on the wall or something, the paint keeps peeling off. But equally, there's a cabinet in front of it most of the time. So I'm just going to clean it, put the cabinet back, and that is a job for future Ree, or even Ree's husband in the future. But it's not a today job, okay? Not a today job at all. Going to wipe down the windowsill, which actually I try and do every weekend, but it's really hard to do previously because the desk was in the way. So now I can actually get at the windowsill, which also means I can open this window, which is nice. So if I want some fresh air, I don't have to physically climb over the desk to do that. Wiping down these surfaces. I'm using the method, I think this one's the clementine one, which is a nice enough smell. My favourite ones, though, from the method, I do love any cleaning stuff that makes your house smell nice. I really like the wild rhubarb scent, but you can't use that on marble surfaces, so don't keep that in the kitchen. And the other one, there's another one I really like. Is it peach? Although the peach is a washing up liquid. Anyway, let me know in the comments, have you tried the method cleaner things and which are your favourite smells? Because I think using a smell of cleaning stuff that smells nice just really encourages me to clean. So this unit, I'm trying to figure out where to put it. I need to be able to get in the drawers. That's not going to work at all, is it? Nope. It's not going to fit under very well. This desk is the sit-stand desk, but if I put that under the desk, the brackets are in the way. So although in theory I'd kind of measured everything, where's everything going to go, we're just going to keep having a rejig and see what works. Trial and error. All those clipboards on the wall, by the way, I put those up instead of having, it's a good idea for anyone in like a home office or even children's bedrooms, for revision and things, and I use those instead of using like a whiteboard, and I put my little projects on them, and then I can bring each one down that I'm working on, put in all my notes and things on them. So at the moment they're different planners and printables and things I'm working for my planner store and for my Organised Life Club, which you get different printables and things every month to help you, to support you. If you, like me, are a mum in a Neuro-Sparkly household, our household is very Neuro-Sparkly. I have ADHD, my children all have autism, so getting organised for all mums have a lot on their plates, but in a Neuro-Sparkly home, it's like there's that much more to do. Anyway, inside the Organised Life Club, I'll put all the details below if you fancy joining me. Then there are new bonus printables each month to help you get you organised. There's a new routine workshop every month. We do planning parties every month to keep each other on track. So if that sounds like you, if you're like, Ree, yes, I need someone to help me get organised. I need you to help me put the systems and routines in place. I'll put all the details for that below. But long story short, this was an ADHD side quest to tell you about why I've got those clipboards. But the clipboards are just a pack from Amazon, and they are command hooks and they stick up on the wall. So easy, and easier really than a whiteboard, because a whiteboard, I don't know how teachers do it. It's so hard to get neat writing on a whiteboard, I find, but also you can't bring it down and work on it on the desk. So I like that system for me. And now I'm actually going to have the clipboards in front of my face because the desk is going to be pointing at them. So I'm just trying to reorganize these stick things. What are they even called? They're like tripod clamp stands. They're not tripods because tripods are 3, but clamp stand things. I've got my lighting and things on them for when I film my videos and do my lives. If you've seen sit down videos and things, and this is the lighting that's shining in my face so that the camera can, see me and pick me up properly. So I'm just clamping all these back down. They do leave funny marks on the desk, so I've been like cleaning those off as I go and just trying to make sure that they're in the right place. And by the end of this, the idea is the space will feel lovely and clean and fresh, and I'm going to be excited to work in here. And honestly, it makes such a difference to me. I don't know if it's an ADHD thing, but when spaces feel clean and lovely and organised, I feel happier. I feel like less clutter in my space means less clutter in my brain, and that really, really helps. So we need to be careful that when the desk goes up and down, nothing knocks off. I think it's far off the wall enough. I think that's going to work. I guess we're just going to have to press the up button on the desk and see if everything falls off or it's all good. I need to sort all those wires underneath. That's going to be a climbing under the desk job to check those are all okay. But I think we're getting somewhere. Do you think we're getting somewhere? Can we start cleaning a bit more and then bringing some stuff back in? Or is this actually going to be an all-day job? What do we think? And then we've got these units behind. That little chair is covered in stuff because I've been dumping things on it. Where are those drawers going to go? Is this all going to fit, or am I going to have to put it all back? Now, this is often the project point that I reach where there's a mess everywhere and like, oh, I've had enough now. I don't want to finish, but because I've pulled everything out, I have to keep going. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep going. Incidentally, I pressed up on the desk and things haven't fallen off the wall. So yay for that. Just going to have to keep trying to move this furniture around and find a place for it. Will these drawers go over here, or am I blocking the entrance even more? I'm not sure. Like I said, it's just going to be trial and error. Let me know, by the way, when you're cleaning, do you end up really liking arranging the furniture and things? Is this something everyone does, or is this a specific to ADHD people kind of thing? Honestly, at this point, I am getting a little bit bored and I wish that it was just done. But my computer and everything is still all in a big pile in the lounge. And I know I'm not going to be able to relax and just chill this evening till this is done. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to do any work tomorrow. So the circumstances I've put myself in, the corner I've backed myself in, is forcing me to continue. And unfortunately, this is a little bit of an ADHD hack of mine. If I want to make myself do something, I have to be a little bit destructive. And we find this, if you've ever watched my full-on decluttering videos, of which we're going to have to see another one soon, because one of my goals for this month is to tackle that massive unit. But the only way I can make myself do things is by putting myself backed into a corner that I can't get out of. So if I pull loads of stuff out, like I've done today, then I can't just shove it all back, because it's almost as much work to just shove it all back. Oh, vacuuming up. Oh, pause. I'm vacuuming up a lead. Right, it's okay. Panic over. Anyway, it's going to be almost as much faff and work to just shove everything back at this stage as it would be to put it back properly. So at this stage, I may as well just put things back properly, and then the room is going to feel not just clean, because I've obviously pulled out the chair and everything. I've pulled out my walking pad. I don't do that every week. I just wipe the surfaces and kind of do the middle of the floor. So this is a good opportunity to have a good old deep clean of the whole room. And now if I just keep going and put it all back properly, see, I think that's going to look okay, then it's going to feel really nice by the end. Now this thing is for sort of keeping, what are they called, hard drives and things in, and I don't need it here anymore. It's now in the way. So I've stolen a screwdriver from my husband. I'm just going to take that off, and then hopefully we can start piecing the room back together a little bit. The sofa, is that now going to fit with that unit? Yeah, I think it will. I think that works. It's all clean underneath. I've vacuumed under there. My walking pad, which is that's just been the best thing I've had. I bought that when I last redid my office, and just when we had the standing desk as well. Honestly, it's changed my life because I can actually exercise while working. Amazing. So that actually fits under that little sofa. It tucks away nicely. So I don't, like I say, move the sofa and clean under there very much, but at least that's been done today. So do we want that little cabinet over there and the drawers over there? Does that look better? I've tried the drawers next to the sofa, or do the drawers look, does that look a mess? I'm not sure. And also I can't really access the drawers very easily. I don't know. What do we think? Should I swap them back round? And then we've got a little cruise ship lounge fly for the background of my video. It looks really cute. Yeah, I don't think the drawers are going to work in that second location we've tried. I think I prefer the look of the little cabinet next to the sofa, because bear in mind that forms like the background of my videos. But practically, it's going to be very hard to access those drawers from the other side of that desk. And also, it sticks out too much. The drawers stick out too much when they're over there. They're kind of going to narrow the entrance. So we'll put that little cabinet there. That works a bit better, doesn't it? And I get in and out a little more. And I think if we put the printer over there, then it won't interfere as much when the desk is going up and down. Yeah, I think that'll work. Now let's carry on vacuuming, because although I've vacuumed in the corners and things, I actually vacuum the middle. I think we've created a lot of mess by budgeting everything around, and this tends to happen, I find, when we move furniture. You can empty a room and vacuum it, but then you sort of need to do it again, even though I'm not wearing outdoor shoes. Those shoes are, like, live indoors, so I'm not bringing any extra muck in. It's just the act of just moving furniture around and things. It's just creating floor crumbs. I'm not sure where they come from, but yeah, the vacuuming needed to be done a second time. So there we go. The desk is now clear. I think I like the location. We've cleaned all behind all that stuff. All the surfaces have been wiped. Okay, I think we need to bring some computers and things in now, set up the desk and check it's all going to be good. These are my fake flowers and fake plants because they don't die and look rubbish. So we're going to put those in my office and they just always look nice. And take in my, slightly dusty, but I can only clean it with a special cloth iMac. This has got some sort of, what's it called? Tempered glass. I don't know, I paid extra when I bought it to have some sort of special glass coating on it so it wasn't too reflective, but they only let you clean it with a special cloth it comes with. You're not allowed to use any products or anything on it. So yeah, I need to find that special cloth and just give that a wipe because I didn't use it with anything else in case I ruin the screen. Cannot think for the life of me what is that called. I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm going to like this. I think it's looking good. Wonder how it'll look when I've actually got my walking pad up. We'll have to try that in a second because we'll have to lift the desk and see how it's going to work as a standing desk. But as a sitting down desk, I think I'm liking it. I've got my cute little pink timer that I use for my sprints I do when I'm trying to do focus work, because I find gamifying my work really helps. I think I like that. I'm not facing out the window, which apparently was sending all my creativity out the window. I can see the door. I'm adhering to all the... Now, from someone just walking in, it probably looked more spacious the other way round, but I'm liking it like this. And honestly, I'm the one that's got to work in here. So if I'm feeling inspired to work in here because it feels nicer to me, then really, I'm sure that's what matters. And if it does my head in, I can just put it back, but at least had a darn good clean. Now let's have a look at it raised up version with the walking pad underneath, and I think it works. I think it still looks good. I think there's still enough space. I'm liking it. I'm really pleased with this choice. Next project I do need to tackle in here is some proper decluttering. I need to pull out all of the boxes in that massive Calyx unit and go through them all and really make some space and declutter. But for now, I'm glad that this 5-minute clean turned into a bit of a power hour reorganize my office, because I do feel excited to work in here now. Click on the video on screen for some more speed cleaning, organising and decluttering, and I'll see you in the next one.